Coming up on Cedar Valley Today, Wartburg soccer teams had an exciting weekend. Plus, one locally owned business is finding beauty in all of their customers. And Wartburg women's tennis swept their doubleheader. This is Cedar Valley Today. Hello and welcome to Cedar Valley Today. I'm Tyler Metcalf. Root Cosmetics is a locally owned business dedicated to finding the perfect look for everyone. Krista Dolash founded the cosmetic store 3 years ago with the dream of helping people look their best without hurting their skin. All of her products are vegan, gluten-free, paraben-free, and made in the U.S. Dolash says she has always had a love of making new creations. Building a business around a beauty product that she created and trusts quickly went from a hobby to a company.
You know, our goal is to always make the best quality products that are also affordable while being natural and organic.
Originally just a small-town cosmetic shop, Root has since grown to reach customers worldwide. Wartburg College is hosting a career expo for its students today. Over 60 organizations will attend. The college is hoping to give students many ideas for their future. Employers will be looking to fill part-time, internship, and full-time positions. Graduate and professional schools, along with volunteer service opportunities, are available. The event is from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the W in the Hall of Champions. Thankfully, a young boy was found in a cornfield in Wisconsin after the help of the community and the Sheriff's Department. CNN has more.
Hundreds of volunteers, hours of searching, acres upon acres of cornfields.
It was like finding a needle in a haystack.
And almost a full day after 3-year-old Dighton Legelbo went missing, the search was over.
Water, he's eating, he's doing well.
The man who found Legelbo was Anago's own Tom Ondrashko.
So it took about 2.5, 3 hours looking in the field, and we stumbled upon him.
Tom said, after spending hours in the approximately 80 acres of corn, everything starts to look the same, and he just couldn't believe his own eyes once he found the boy.
Didn't even register really that how amazing it was. Just glad that he was sitting up and he looked safe and he looked fine. He was just scared, very scared yet.
When Tom picked up Dighton, his legs were cold, he didn't speak, and was scared.
I kept real quiet because I figured he was still shaking from being alone all night.
But it was not just the effort of one man. More than 450 people registered with the Langley County Sheriff's Department early Sunday to help search the surrounding area.
This community is like family. I mean, everybody knows everybody, and we look out for everybody else.
As a father of two, Ondrashko said the decision to come was a no-brainer.
I asked my wife if she thought I should come this morning if they need any help. She said, well, if it were your kids, how many people would you want to come? So I came right away.
Turning a terrifying moment for one small Wisconsin boy into a celebration of neighbors lending a helping hand, putting on display one small dose of human compassion.
Definitely a group effort. Everybody pitched in and helped.
When we come back, we'll take a look at what Wartburg Athletics was up to over the weekend. The Wartburg Knights kept busy over this past weekend. Wartburg football played against the Cocoa Hawks in Cedar Rapids on Saturday. The team scored 21 points in the fourth quarter, but it was not enough after the Knights secured a 4-point lead late in the game. A quick drive gave the Cohawks the lead. Then a Matt Sasha interception halted the Knights' comeback. Co defeated the Knights 37-34, leaving Wartburg to 2-2 on the season. The Knights will play at home Saturday against Loris at 1 p.m. You can watch that game on Night Vision. Wartburg women's tennis took on Buena Vista and Nebraska Wesleyan on Saturday. The Knights won 7-2 against BV and 5-4 against Nebraska Wesleyan. The two wins improved the Knights' overall record to 3-5. The Knights will play Loris College in Dubuque on Wednesday. And Wartburg women's soccer team beat the Buena Vista Beavers this past Saturday. Junior Beth Crow broke Wartburg's all-time career shutout record with Saturday's win. It was her 23rd career shutout, topping alumna Monica Nody's record of 22 shutouts. Sophomore Alyssa Drulo scored the lone goal, giving Wartburg a 1-0 victory. The Wartburg men's soccer team beat St. Olaf on Sunday by a score of 1-0. Sophomore Ayo Adebayo scored the only goal of the game, and sophomore goalie Paul Kebke-Barskik shut out the Ols in both games. The team is now 7-3-1 on the season. The Wartburg women's golf team is in first place at the halfway point of the Iowa Conference Championship. The team score is 628. Senior Rochelle Beardsley and sophomore Brooke Klosterman are tied for first with a score of 146. Klosterman's score of 70 in the second round gave her a new school record. It is one less than the previous record of 71 set by Morgan McMillan in 2014. The duo's two-round scores set new program records, beating Andrea Schiltz's 2006 record of 147. The third round of the tournament will be held on Friday at Prairie Links in Waverly. When we come back, we'll take a look at what's trending online.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Let's take a look at what's trending in the Cedar Valley. Tendrils Rooftop Garden hosts Alzheimer's Association Caregiver Support Group from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. today. The group meets monthly and it is designed to provide education and support to caregivers. Caregivers are encouraged to bring loved ones with Alzheimer's or dementia to a separate music therapy session led by a certified music therapist. Many people were without power early this morning in Waverly, myself included. Waverly Utilities said a pole was hit in Waverly. That pole feeds much of the power on the northwest side of town. The crews were out this morning to access the damage. They ended up rerouting the power, and the power returned around 5:40 a.m. And two Wartburg women were named the Iowa Conference Golfers of the Week for last week. Sophomore Brooke Klosterman and senior Rochelle Beardsley received the honor after their performances in the conference championship. Both gave the Knights the lead at the halfway point of the championship. This is Klosterman's 7th Iowa Conference Golfer of the Week honor in her 2 years here, and Beardsley's 13th in her 4 years. Let's take a look at your local weather.
Son, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
We now welcome in Jesse Smith, President of Entertainment Tonight. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
First, start off by telling us what it took to get Brett Eldridge here tonight.
So at the start of last semester, so winter term, we sent out a survey to the students asking them sort of what they wanted to see on campus. And so we took those results, and Brett Eldridge was the highest vote getter for that. And so we started to get in contact with our agent, and so our agent got in touch with them. And then we just started making some things happen.
How many options did the students have to choose from?
I believe we had 6 options.
6? So what does it mean to get someone of Brett Eldridge's status? Obviously, he's had awards before in CMA,
Yeah.
newcomer and
Yeah.
whatnot. So what does it mean to have him?
I was super excited, and country is something that's widely requested by our students. So I was super excited that we could have a popular country act. And so we moved it over to Levick Arena this year instead of having it in Newman. And so we can accommodate more people, and we only have 5 tickets left. So that's super exciting too. Shows that people were really pumped for the event.
Yeah, people obviously care, and obviously they voted him for a reason. So what were some of the biggest conflicts that happened throughout the whole process, like you said, all the way back in winter?
Yeah.
What were the biggest things that
The
you dealt
biggest
with?
thing was definitely like trying to schedule him. Since he is so popular right now, he's on a much tighter schedule. And so obviously at first we were looking for weekend dates, and that wasn't really an option. We had to go with a weekday, but we're still super excited and people were still interested. So that's great to hear.
Do you think the difference between having it on a Tuesday and maybe a Friday or Saturday would make a difference in how many people come? You said there's only 5 tickets remaining, but
I mean, initially I thought that not as many people would come to a Tuesday concert rather than like a Friday or a Saturday. However, looking at ticket sales now, that I'm like, okay, I guess the other people in the group were right. But at first I was like, oh, I don't think that's a good idea. But now I'm happy.
So what's the difference between having it in Levick rather than somewhere else?
So Levick is more of like the concert atmosphere. Nobody's like restricted to a seat, and people can stand. However, they do have the bleachers out tonight, so if people want to sit, that's always an option. But people aren't tied down to a seat, so I think it just lends itself to a concert a little bit better.
So if you don't purchase a ticket, because again, there's only 5 left, so if you want to go, make sure you get it. But is there any way that you can still go without a ticket and maybe pay like?
We're not taking any payments at the door.
Okay. So with the power outage this morning, obviously it's been taken care of as of now. Do you see any problems that could cause tonight?
I don't at this point. They started setting up, I want to say at like 8 o'clock last night. And so all of like the stage setup and that sort of thing is done. They put down the new floor. So as far as that's concerned, I don't think the power outage is going to be an issue.
When did all that setup begin?
I think 8 p.m. last night, and so they worked on it through the night.
Okay. Can you just remind people what time that starts tonight, and some of the things I was reading that can't be brought into Levick, and some of those things, those details?
So doors open at 7 o'clock, and the concert starts at 8 o'clock. And you can't bring in purses, you can't wear spiked heels, you can't bring any bags, you can't bring alcohol, and no signs are allowed either. And then once you leave the concert venue, you're not allowed to re-enter at all.
Okay.
So just don't leave.
So ETK did a great job of getting Brett Eldridge here. What other events do you guys have going on in the future?
Tomorrow night we have movie night at the local Palace Theater. That starts at 10 o'clock, and then we also have Eric O'Shea on Friday night of homecoming. I believe that's the 14th. And then on the 24th, a Monday of October, we have Fall Festival.
Alrighty, so thank you, Jesse, for joining us today. Congratulations
Thank you.
what you've accomplished so far with ETK. We'll be right back. Just released its latest creation, a lifelike robotic dog. It barks and turns its head in the direction of a person talking. The Golden Pup robotic dog follows in the paw steps of its robotic cat model under the company's Joy for All brand. The close to real life pets are designed to help ease loneliness among the elderly and children. Some students suggest nearly real pets can provide companionship like true to life animals. Hasbro's robot pets follow those made by some other companies. A seal robot designed in Japan is used as a therapeutic tool in hospitals and facilities in the U.S. Thank you for watching Cedar Valley today. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook as well. Have a great day, Cedar Valley.